What is up, guys? JTP Aquatics here. I am doing a water change on Apollo's tank. As y'all can see, it's about more than halfway full, so he has gotten very big. By the way, you guys see my little Apollo. Say hi, Apollo. But anyways, guys, I wanted to make a video today to talk about water changes in particular. I did today I did 2 water changes so far, and I did a water change yesterday on one of my tanks. And you know, for people that have more than 1 or 2 tanks, this is probably going to be important for y'all to listen to. I mean, if y'all want to, you know, be informed. The fact that, you know, you have a lot of tanks, and I know, you know, sometimes it gets very hard for you to, you know, clean one tank and then do the next one in the same day. Sometimes I do spread them out throughout the week. If I did clean, let's say, one tank, like let's say Dexter's tank, if I clean it on Monday, you know, next Monday passes, I'm not gonna lie, I do probably take 1 day off. You know, I'll probably, you know, oh, you know what, I'll clean it Tuesday, I cleaned it Monday, you know, 1 more day won't hurt. But you know, I do have a bad habit of doing that, and I need to stop, and it is going to stop. The reason being is because, you know, I went on with my normal routine. I did a water change last week on all my tanks. You know, this week came and I checked my parameters on my tank, and I check my parameters all the time. But in this week particular, I kind of didn't really do the water change, you know, parameters check like I always do. I checked it probably like, you know, every other day. But I mean, I do usually keep up with it, but this time it just happened. I had four tanks that spiked on me, but they didn't really spike. It wasn't no ammonia spike. It was just the nitrate that spiked a little bit. I remember I had just done a test on all 3 tanks. It was Flash, Apollo, and Ruby's tank, and they all 3 came back with 0 ammonia, 0 nitrate, and 0 nitrite. So you know, it was all good. And then when I did it yesterday, I checked Apollo's tank, I checked Flash, and I checked Ruby's, and man, they were very high. So the reason why, you know, I blame myself, and the fact that these fish are very, very clean, it's kind of hard to explain how. I mean, they're very dirty fish. They get messy, they eat, they make a mess with the food, but at the end of the day, these fish require a clean parameter. So for you to constantly be on top of your water changes is important. Don't do what I did. You know, I kind of got a little lazy, but now I learned my lesson. You know, I was trying to use like a strategy, because I know their tanks are new, so I didn't mess with their filter at all. So Ruby and Apollo's tank, I did the water change. I left the filter running, and I didn't want to touch their filter. I wanted the you know, all that gunk to build up. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why it spiked. You know, the tank was just stuffed up with all that gunk. It just really didn't let the tank do its chemical process, you know, or chemical filtration. So I mean, I do blame myself, but at the same time, I was just being cautious. So you know, I did do a 25% last week on Apollo's tank, but now I know, you know, 50%. Honestly, I recommend a 50% water change on your Flowerhorns. It's, you know, I've done 25, I've done 35, I've done 10%, but I mean, okay, so if you're gonna change your tank once a week, 50%. You know, this is a better, more put in better words. If you do more frequent water changes, I would recommend, you know, do like a less volume of water. If you're doing more than probably like twice a week, you know, that's a little excess. But I've cleaned my tanks 10% every day until I do a full 50%. So 10%, 10%, and then I do a 50%. But I feel like that's a little bit too much. But I mean, I just suggest 50% 1 week. I would suggest not go past more than a week, 2 weeks max. If you don't, if you feel lazy. But I mean, everybody gets lazy. Everybody doesn't want to do it. I get lazy. I sometimes don't want to clean my tanks, but I have to because I love my fish and I want them to be happy. So, that was just one thing I wanted to talk about, especially with people that have more than one tank, guys. I would suggest personally multitask. That's what I'm doing. What I did today, I cleaned one tank. As soon as that one was filling up with water, started the next one, started scrubbing it, cleaning it, taking all the gunk out, 50%, and then as soon as that other one finishes filling, next one, go to the next one, start. And this is how I'm doing it. I got a little, I don't know, I guess like a 1/4 inch hose, an inch hose, running all the way from my kitchen to my my bedroom. That's where I have that 40-gallon. So yeah, but I mean, I do this because I have a sink. I mean, I have a sink right here in my restroom, but I just don't want to take the nozzle out of this one because it's like the bathroom sink. It's not really like the kitchen sink. So, but yeah, guys, that's one thing I did really want to talk about. Water change is very important for your fish. 50% always. I love to, I know I've made a video about this on how to do a water change, but the fact of how important the water change is for your Flowerhorn is just, is what I kind of missed out on that last video. So I will do this a lot. I like to go back to my videos and kind of like talk about the things that I missed out. So I am gonna do that a lot frequently. But yeah, I just wanted to inform y'all guys. Just keep y'all on track in case y'all just bought a Flowerhorn recently, or are interested in a Flowerhorn. Water change, guys. Water change and water parameters are perfect. These fish, honestly, like algae. Okay, so algae, the brown algae and the green algae doesn't really hurt them, but don't let it accumulate. You know what I mean? Don't let it get too much. Like, for example, this is what I mean by, I was getting lazy. This is Dexter and Dorothy's tank. I mean, look at all that algae. Look at Dexter. This was bad. So don't let it get like this, guys. That's one thing that I will recommend. I will, this is the last time y'all will see it like this, but I will just start keeping up with, with the 50% water change, just like I have been doing. But it's that I just been out of it recently. So, but yeah, guys, JGP Aquatics, we are out. By the way, I do still have hoodies. I got a new batch in, so these are the new ones. This is the JGP. I love the way these came out. These look so sick on camera. So yeah, this is JGP Aquatics. I mean, it speaks for itself. So if you are interested, let me know. I do have other designs. The last t-shirt designs that I have posted on are the same ones that I have, but in the hoodies. So if you are interested, just let me know. DM me, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. So yeah, thank y'all guys for watching JGP Aquatics. We are out. Peace.